Hello, beautiful souls. I had to get my mic adjusted, so hopefully that wasn't too abrupt of a start, but I hope you can hear me okay. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Princess Leah, and this is your daily divine messages from Spirit. Tuning into our weekly wisdom of our second week of August, August 10th. This week we have our new moon solar eclipse in Leo, which is always exciting. New beginnings, new cycles. And mixed with the eclipse, combined with the eclipse, is a powerful surge of energy around what it is that we are not letting cover or eclipse over our truest authentic desires and purpose. So I'm going to tune into the frequencies of the gracious omnipresent divine God spirit. If you're new to my channel, welcome. My mission here is to do my best, to do my part, feminine through conscious love. If you are a part of my Itty Bitty Vibe tribe, welcome back. Thank you so much for being supportive and a part of this journey as we are all together. And if you are not already subscribed, definitely hit that subscribe and that notification bell so you can know whenever I go live, so we can all continue this road to conscious love. So we're going to tap into our heart chakra first and see what kind of messages come through the frequency of the sound bowl healing. And then we'll see what kind of messages from our moonology, of our Beyond Lemuria, of our four agreements, and of our Akashic Star Child Tarot. So if you'd like to join me in the heart chakra meditation, you can close your eyes, place your hand on your heart, take a deep breath, and if any messages come through to you directly, those messages are for you. You might be feeling a bit restless. That's the word, the energy, the word of the energy that's coming through. Restlessness. And that could be because of all this planetary movements. We just had our 8-8 Lionsgate peak on the 8th. And the Lionsgate will close on the 12th, which is the new moon solar eclipse. And so there is a sense of restlessness, of ending so that new beginnings can take its place. And with endings and beginnings, there is unknown, uncertainty. The cicadas here in the Midwest are very prominent at this time of year, and they unanimously will collectively get louder and quieter, like a breath, like an inhale and an exhale, almost as if the trees are alive. To some, it might sound a bit eerie. I notice that if you're not from this area, and used to that, it could sound a bit eerie. All this buzzing and whistling. It might make you stop in your tracks a little, because it is kind of a time when Mama Gaia comes to life. But if you're used to this sound, if you grew up here in the Midwest, in Kansas City, Missouri, Kansas, and I'm not sure if anywhere else outside of those Midwest has the same, then it's something that you just are used to once the new school year begins, fall starts to kick in. Kind of almost like a choir singing the end of the summer blues is almost what I'm hearing. But if that is something that you are also feeling, this end of the summer blues, try to do your best to reflect on how fun the summer was and appreciating the break and the rest that you got, and forgiving yourself for maybe not getting all the things done that you had on the list. It will all happen in due time. Spirit says, nature does not hurry, yet everything is accomplished, says Lao Tzu. The best way to transition out of one chapter cycle and into a new chapter cycle is with gratitude and appreciation. I'm hearing, let this new moon eclipse be the beginning of what it is that you want, focusing on the things you do want for this new year. If you're in school, how you want this school year to go. If your children are in school, how you want your children's school year to go, instead of the fears of what we don't want or that energy. Let that energy close out and let a new energy of how you wish to perceive, what you desire for this year, what you look forward to most, even if it's just one thing. I asked my son, what is one thing that you look forward to that you like about school? Even just one thing, because we all know, we all been there. Not every one of us. It's very rare if you really like school. But a lot of us, creative artists, creative minds, individuals, find that the structure of school can be a bit debilitating and limiting. But if we look at it from a different perspective of, well, where can we find what we do like about it and focus on that? Let that be the main focus that can make school that much better. Then that energy is what will strengthen and broaden, because what you focus on is what increases. And so when I asked my son, he said, lunch. So to focus on the excitement of the delicious lunches, that was my favorite subject in school too. And letting that be even just the first thing. And even if it is just the only thing right now, to make it through the day, the weeks, the days of school. Thank you, Spirit. A little back to school. That's a little back to school motivations, inspirations. So let's see. I guess I'm reaching for here the Star Child Akashic Tarot. So we'll start with that. What's this energy of this week that we would like to, that we are moving into? Energy of this week that you would like for us to be aware of, and some guidance around this energy. Beautiful, the star. Focusing on the things that you do want, focusing on your desires, focusing on what is starting, and ignoring the noises, the background noises, ignoring the things that might distract you, but focusing on this star, this wish, confirming what that download was giving for the heart chakra sound bowl meditation. Star energy, Aquarius energy, Sagittarius energy. This individual together. This Four of Cups continues to stay out with the Lovers this time. Over the weekend, the Four of Cups and Transformation came out with the Seven of Wands at the bottom of the deck. So perhaps there's a wish around, I'm hearing healing a relationship. It could be a healing of relationship, healing a wound from a relationship, wanting to reconcile from something that was spilled, wanting to move into and merge with a divine union. You see the standing cups here are celebrating, but this energy of this Four of Cups that keeps coming out is around an energy of being exposed, exploited, hurt, betrayed, uncovered, declothed, feeling like you have to cover yourself back up, feeling used. So maybe there's this regret energy of having trusted someone, and that someone hurt you or betrayed you, and that's why this cup is spilled. But this energy of the Lovers, the Seven of Wands, standing in your truth, not letting the outside forces, opinions, judgments about you and this union. Even if there has been betrayal and pain in the past. Six of Cups energy. This could be past life pain. This could be childhood past pain. This could be a union from past life. A union from your childhood. Childlike love, childhood love, lifelong love. Something that you are remembering, things that are coming back into your memory that may have been painful. But because this new cycle is beginning, this new moon, this eclipse, it's to eclipse out that pain, eclipse out that old cycle, so you can focus on these three standing cups. Kind of like we were saying, if you can focus on the one thing that you do like about school or something upcoming, a relationship, if you can focus on one thing, or if you can focus on the things that are standing instead of the things that have fallen. So this is kind of the opposite. Instead of focusing on one thing, if there's only one thing, this says maybe there are three things that you do like about this relationship, or about this upcoming job, or about this upcoming school year, but maybe there's one thing that you really are dreading, or are not looking forward to, or do not like, or have regret or remorse, or a little bit still of resentment or pain around it. This Seven of Wands is saying, focus on, don't let the one thing that is pulling you down to overtake the others, the three standing cups for celebration. Three of Cups is of celebration, soul tribe, soul family, the right people, right energies. Don't let this one cup that has been spilled tarnish the three standing cups of abundance, of love, of all the other things from this past life, from this lifetime, from this union. High Priestess underneath. Trust in your highest, truest, authentic self. Trust in the fact that all that you have gone through, the light and the dark pillars, are all of the light, shadows, good, bad, uglies that you've gone through in your life, all of the experiences that you've been through. The High Priestess turns those experiences into wisdom, knowing that everything happens so that you can grow into the being that you are becoming, that you are always, have always been intended to be. I speak a lot about Abraham Hicks. They talk about contrast and how knowing what you do want sometimes is from knowing what you don't want. But if we get stuck in what it is that we don't want, then we miss out on the things that were the second half of the equation, right? Because every problem has a solution, has an answer. Every question has an answer. Every problem, there's already a solution as the problem shows up. It's just a matter of the receptivity that we're in. It's a matter of the angle and perspective that we are looking at it. It's a matter of if we're closed off in the problem state of energy, where we then cannot be in the receptive mode of the answer and the solution. There's always a solution. There's always an answer. There's always a better route. There's always a better path. There's always a better feeling, a better emotion. That doesn't mean going from hopelessness, powerlessness, despair into peace and love right off the bat. No, you have to tune yourself there. You have to take those steps to get there. You have to allow yourself to feel better, and then a little better now, and a little better now, a little better now, a little better later. You have to allow yourself to get there. Taking too much of a leap and trying to force yourself or expect yourself to go from sadness to happiness and you know, and hopefulness from complete depression is not realistic. It's not sustainable. That's the word. Because you might jump around, but if you want to maintain and sustain that frequency, you've got to let yourself take those steps up to the frequency. It's like a ladder or a staircase. You can't jump from the bottom to the top. You have to take steps. You might be able to take 2 steps at a time, but you still have to take steps to get closer to the top. Does that make sense? You have to take and reach for the better feeling thought to get to this union, merging of the divine masculine and feminine energies to come into that one energy. Does that make sense? They're two separate energies, the masculine and feminine of the Vesica Pisces, that come into merge into one. But trust that there is a tough cycle that is ending. The end of a tough cycle approaches this full moon in Capricorn. So these all flipped over. So remember, with the new moon, new cycle means the end of an old cycle. So meditate and contemplate. New moon in Pisces. Meditate and contemplate on what it is that you are ending and beginning. Luck is on your side. Have no fear. Do not let your past hold you back. Thank you. Okay, that's for the Four of Cups energy. Do not let your past hold you back. Luck is on your side. The end of a tough cycle is approaching. So go within, meditate, release your mind, quiet your thoughts, let yourself come into that receiving mode to find that luck, that answer, that solution, which some may call it luck, but we call it alignment. Energy, the energy is gaining momentum right now. Okay? There is something of the marvelous on its way. So surrender to the divine. Beautiful. Full moon energy. Surrender. I love this one. It's one of my favorite cards. Surrender to the divine, if not my favorite card. Surrender to the divine, the gracious, omnipresent divine, God. Surrender to this divine love. And this flipped over. I didn't even get a chance to shuffle. She of the Lotus is back. She came over the weekend. So maybe you want to look at the weekend 8-8 portal messages and see if there's any additional messages that might speak to you, since these two cards are coming back out. Because there is a major transformation. Actually, that is hilarious, because remember, the Four of Cups and the transformation card in the Akashic Star Child Tarot came out on the weekend. So the fact that in a whole different deck, transformation is back, and it's the number 53, which reduces to 8, which is the number of infinite possibilities, infinite abundance. Okay? You are going through a major transformation. Transformation from the mucky, murky waters. The She of the Lotus has gone through so much. That Four of Cups energy, all that pain that you have gone through is transforming you into this divine, beautiful union within yourself first, which is then opening up the gateway for a divine union within a counterpart ship, if that is something you're calling in. Number 43 reduces to 7. 4353, so that is a decade in between. So maybe that's an age for someone between 43 to 53. There is a big transformation of growth, healing, or just the cycle. 10 is a cycle. So again, going back to this tough cycle approaching, or a tough cycle, the ending of a tough cycle approaching, because it's transforming you. So stand up for what you know is true for you. See what the Four Agreements says. Oh, that one jumped right on the transformation card. Don't take anything personally, the second agreement, and embrace your freedom. That's pretty perfect for the transformation card. Embrace, that's what you're transforming. Embracing your freedom to love who you want to love, even if you have different colors, different shades, different feathers. This blue and red bird. But you gain a huge amount of freedom when you take nothing personally, because no spell can affect you regardless of how strong it may be. And if you live without fear, if you love, you will be happy with your life. That's the freedom. The freedom of choosing love, choosing peace, choosing to feel better and better and better, more and more and more, moment by moment by moment, day by day by day. Not taking things personally is a practice of mastering your inner freedom, and that's what is causing such transformation within you, because all of this, from taking things personally, of what people have done to you, said to you, what life circumstances threw at you, taking it personally and making it about your worthiness, making it about your deservingness of love or abundance or beauty or blessings. When you stop taking things personally, nothing can take away from who you are and the abundance that is your birthright. Nothing. And that is true freedom. So always do your best. The final fourth affirmation or agreement. Take action on your ideas. I love that this kind of looks like an eye. Take actions on your ideas, that third eye energy, that sixth chakra energy.
Yeah, baby. I'm pretty sure it's meant to be an eye.
It's supposed to be an eye. I think you're right. That would make more sense. But it's kind of a cute way. It is a cute way to see that you can take action. You can do your best. Doing your best means to take action. You can have many great ideas in your head, but without action upon an idea, there'll be no manifestation, no results, and no reward. So I'm hearing inspired action. Taking inspired action. Not taking it personally of all these, what other people might say or think or do. Because everything they say, do, or think about what you are doing or saying or thinking has nothing to do with you. And that's why you don't want to take it personally. It has everything to do with them, nothing to do with you. So, again, don't take anything personally, because your truth is personal to you. No one can change your truth. No one can change that star energy that we saw. No one can change your wish, your desire, what is placed on your soul purpose, your heart. So, if someone else tries to tell you, you don't want that, you shouldn't want that, that's weird, that's stupid, that's wrong, that has nothing to do with you, and all to do with their beliefs, their agreements, and what's placed on their heart and soul, or what has been placed on their heart and mind from other external people, places, things, conditioning and controlling their thoughts and behaviors. But this is the freedom that you are transforming into, is taking back your power over your mind, over your life, over your future and destiny. You get to choose how you love, who you love, despite whoever feels a certain way about it. I see the Ace of Wands creeping before we close out here at the top of the bottom of the deck, the top of the deck here. The Ace of Wands, which peeking through is saying that divine is peeking through, is here, even if you can't see it fully. Divine is clearing the energy of all of this pain and past. That's what is transforming. That's why we're being invited and encouraged this week to surrender to the divine timing, to the divine love. Because energy is gaining momentum and you cannot let your past hold you back any longer. If divine is on your side, luck is on your side. And that's why you can stand tall by yourself if needed against whatever external wants to oppose your beliefs, ideas, desires, and loves. I really love this. I received this message. I trust that whoever needed to receive this message finds its way to you. And I hope that it gives you some more insight and encouragement to take into this week. You are blessed, you are loved, you are highly favored. And I appreciate your being here. And if you haven't already done so, let me repeat myself again to be a part of my Itty Bitty Vibe tribe. And subscribe and hit that notification bell so you know when I go live, so we can continue being on this road to conscious love together. And if any of this message resonates with you, hit that like button on your way out. Really appreciate that too. And until next time, my beautiful beloveds, I will see you in the next moon. Peace and love. Namaste. Bye.